What younger guys notice about a 58-year-old who lifts. 12 men were in that gym on Tuesday. One of them lifts. You're 58 and the younger guys in there knew which one you were before you ever said a word. They didn't ask you anything. They watched you pick something up off the floor and they were done. Try the same count at home. Name 10 men your age. Now name the ones who still put real weight in their hands. You'll run out fast. So tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? And what did you lift last? The younger men in your gym already ran that count. They landed on an answer. They're never going to say it to you out loud. Start with what they looked at first. Number 1, what they actually clock. They're not adding up your arms. They're watching what the weight costs you. Here's what that means. When you pick something heavy off the floor, your whole body has to decide how much of itself to spend. A man with nothing in reserve spends all of it. His shoulders climb toward his ears. His breath catches before the weight even leaves the ground. His feet shuffle to find a better spot. Every one of those is the body borrowing from somewhere else to get the job done. You don't do that. You set your feet once, you take the weight, and the rest of you stays quiet while it moves. That quiet is the read. It tells a younger man that the load wasn't near your limit, that there was more left over when you put it down. And reserve is the only thing a younger man measures in himself. He can't see your bench number. He can't see what you did last winter. He can see whether the thing you just carried used you up. Watch what that looks like on a suitcase carry. One dumbbell, one hand, weight hanging down one side of you. Your body wants to tip toward it. If you've built anything real through the middle, you don't tip. You just walk. Nobody claps. Nobody says a word. But every man in that room who's ever tried it knows exactly what he's looking at. Try it this week. One heavy dumbbell, one side at a time, and walk 30 seconds without leaning. Then swap hands. Do that 3 times through at the end of a session twice this week. If your torso pulls sideways, the weight's too heavy, drop it and keep the walk clean, because the point is the not leaning, not the number on the bell. Tell me something. What's the last thing you carried that you were surprised you could still carry? Put it in the comments. I want to see how many of you have the same answer. And that's what makes this strange. You've probably never once been told your carry looked good. Nobody compliments a man for walking across a floor without tipping over. So you kept training the parts people talk about, and the part they actually read stayed invisible to you. There's a reason almost nobody your age gives that same read anymore. It isn't effort, it's arithmetic. Number 2, how few men your age produce that read. That carry doesn't come from one thing. It comes from 4 things, holding at the same time. You need grip that doesn't quit before the walk ends. You need something through the middle that keeps you upright when the weight pulls one side down. You need a hip and knee that can take load without complaining the next morning. And you need to still be showing up week after week for years, so all 3 stay where you put them. 4 things, not 1. Now here's why that matters so much more at 58 than it did at 38. Each of those 4 leaves on its own schedule. Grip goes quietly, usually first. The middle softens when a man stops loading it and starts only walking. Hips and knees get one bad stretch and never get trained the same way again. And the showing up ends the day something hurts and nobody talks him back into the gym. So this isn't a list where 3 out of 4 still gets you most of the way. It's a chain. One link opens, the whole read is gone. A man can still have real arms and lose it. He can still be lean and lose it. That's the arithmetic, not effort, odds. And you can see it in what men your age can actually name. We asked this community. Of 75 who answered, 64 could name 2 or fewer men their own age still in real shape. Not 0, not none, 2 or fewer. Out of every man they've known their whole lives. Neighbors, brothers, the guys they worked beside for 30 years. Run it yourself before you keep watching. How many men your age can you name who still lift real weight? Put the number in the comments. Just the number? Most of you are going to write 1. Some of you are going to write 0 and then sit there a second because you already knew it and had never counted it. That's what a younger man is looking at when he looks at you. Not a good body. A chain that never broke in a room where almost every other chain did. He doesn't have the words for it. He just knows he's never seen it before. Which is the part that should worry you a little. Because a chain that held for 30 years can still open this year, and you'd be the last one to notice. Number 3. Why it slips without you seeing it. Give yourself the credit first. You did the work. 30, 40 years of showing up, and almost nobody your age can say that. The work was aimed wrong. Not by you, by every program you were ever handed. Here's the problem. Put a shirt on and most of what you built disappears. Chest is covered, arms are covered from the shoulder down, abdominals are covered completely. All of it is real. All of it took years, and none of it makes it out of the fabric. 4 things survive a shirt. Your neck and the shelf your traps make across the top of your back, the line from your shoulder down to your belt, your forearms and hands, and how you move your own body through a room. That's it. That's the whole transmission. Now think about where those 4 sat in every workout you were ever given. Traps got shrugs at the end, if there was time. Forearms got nothing, because grip was supposed to happen by accident. Carrying and walking under load wasn't in the program at all. The stuff that shows got trained last, on the day you were most tired, with the lightest weight in the building. So you can keep training hard and keep going quieter. Nothing broke. The signal just stopped leaving the house. Fix one this week. Grip, because it's the fastest to lose and the fastest to get back. Take a barbell off the rack at a weight you can hold for about 40 seconds and just hold it. 2 sets. Then a dead hang from the bar, as long as you've got, twice. Then finish a session with a farmer's walk, 1 heavy dumbbell in each hand, 4 trips across the floor. 45 seconds of real holding, 3 days a week. That's the whole prescription. Do it, and your handshake changes inside a month. Your forearms fill the cuff of your shirt. Both of those get red. Be honest with me. When did you last train your grip on purpose? Not as a side effect of rowing or curling. On purpose? Say the year in the comments. For a lot of you, the answer is going to be never. Not because you were lazy, because nobody told you it was on the list. And the men who read you every week know all of this already. They've known it the whole time. Number 4, the part nobody says out loud. Stay with me here. This is the piece worth getting right, and it's the piece that stings. You've been training for decades, and almost no younger man has ever said a word to you about it. Not one sentence, and you've probably taken that silence to mean they didn't see anything. The silence is the read. It's not the absence of one. Here's why. When a younger man says out loud that a man of 58 is stronger than he expected, he pays for it. Everyone standing there hears him rank himself below someone twice his age. That costs him something in front of the other men, and he isn't going to spend it. So the verdict never comes out of his mouth. It comes out of his body instead. Watch what happens at the cable station. A younger man is on it. You come over, and he finishes his set early. He doesn't say anything. He just steps off and waits without being asked. That's the whole sentence. It shows up in small ways every time. Someone drops a rep count when you're beside him. Somebody who was slouching sits up. A man loading a bar checks your plates before he picks his own weight. Somebody asks you a question about a movement and then acts like he already knew the answer. None of that is friendliness. It's ranking. The room is sorting itself, quietly, and it's putting you somewhere you were never told about. And that's a harder thing to sit with than being ignored. Being ignored, you can fix. Being read and never told, you can only notice. Think back over the last year. When did a younger man treat you differently and say nothing about why? Describe it in the comments. I read these. Some of you are going to realize it's been happening for years, and you filed it as nothing. A man stepping aside. A man handing you something heavy without asking whether you could take it. You thought that was manners. It wasn't manners. So here's where that leaves you. You're not waiting to be noticed. That already finished. You've been carrying a standing in that room for years without ever being handed the paperwork. And a standing you didn't ask for and never got told about still has a name. Number 5, what that makes you in the room. You're not being admired. You're being ranked. Those are 2 different things, and only one of them lasts. Admiration is about liking how something looks. Ranking is about what a room thinks you can do. Younger men run on the second one. They sort every man they meet by capacity, by what's left in him when the work gets heavy, because that's the ladder they're climbing themselves. and you turn up already near the top of it without saying a word. That's the answer they landed on. Before you spoke. Watch how it shows in a Romanian deadlift. You set the bar down, the room takes a second, and the tempo of the whole floor moves closer to yours. Nobody decided that. It just settles that way, the way a room settles around the man who isn't rushing. Here's what that buys you outside the gym, and it's the part worth having. Deference arrives before conversation. A younger man asks your opinion before he's decided whether he respects you, because his body already decided. You get given the heavy end without anyone checking. You get listened to for a beat longer than the man beside you. None of that is about your arms. It's about the one thing from the top of this video, the weight leaving the floor and the rest of you staying quiet. That's the read. That's what those 12 men saw on Tuesday, and it's why they only needed a few seconds. 64 out of 75 men in this community couldn't name more than 2 men their own age still in real shape. You're one of the ones being counted, not one of the ones doing the counting. Last one. What's the youngest man who stepped aside for you? And how old was he? Put the age in the comments. Next up, I'm doing the warm-up that saved my shoulders after 40 years lifting. The shoulder line is one of the 4 surfaces that survives a shirt, and it's the joint most likely to take the whole chain down with it, so it's worth knowing how to keep the thing that carries your read. And if you want to see where this ends up when the chain holds another decade, watch Being Muscular at 70 Places You in Elite Company. It's the same read, 12 years further on. Same floor, same quiet. 12 men in that gym. One of them lifts. You never asked to be the one. You just kept turning up on days when nothing about it was interesting, and the chain held, and now a room full of younger men reads you in about 4 seconds and hands you a standing nobody ever mentions. That's the whole thing, not the size. What's left in you when the weight comes off the floor? If you want to see where it goes from here, watch Being Muscular at 70 Places You in Elite Company. Same read 12 years further on, and it's the honest answer to whether this holds. It's on the end screen right there in a second, so you don't have to go looking. And stay subscribed, because what we're doing here is keeping the 4 things that still show. That takes more than one video. One last thing before you go. They already decided about you. All you're doing now is not giving them a reason to change their minds.